What's up? Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome. How is everyone? I am Phil. I am back. Back again. Guess who's back? Tell a friend. Guess who's back? All right, no, I'm not going to do that. What's up, everybody? It's Tuesday. It's February 27th, 2018, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Phil, better known as DSP. I am back. I have returned to Twitch TV. I have returned to streaming. Yes, folks. It is a momentous day. It is a momentous occasion. I hope you guys are excited. Excuse me. Welcome, welcome. How's everyone today? Hopefully you're doing well, folks. All right. Hopefully you are doing well. And hopefully you're having a good day. Hopefully you're excited for the big return today. I know I'm excited. I know that I'm certainly excited after being away from a day of, not being able to stream and coming back. I'm pretty pumped for all the fun stuff that's going to be coming up for the rest of this week and, heading into March. So I hope you're excited too. All right, so folks, let's talk about yesterday, the big day, right? Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday was terrible. Yesterday was horrendous. Yesterday was one of the worst days in recent memory. Because sometimes, bad stuff just has to happen and there's not much you can do about it. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, I was in a bad way. I was distraught mentally. I was distraught physically. I was, negatively affected in a huge way. If you're not aware, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, I had to do my taxes. That's right. I had to do my goddamn taxes. I hate them. They're one of the worst times of the year. Why do we have to do them? Why? Why can't they do themselves? And some people are pretty funny. You can really tell when you read people's reactions on social media to when I talk about doing stuff like this, right? You can tell the age range of the people involved. But Phil, you said you pay for an accountant. So if you pay for a tax attorney or an accountant, why do you still have to do your taxes? Shouldn't they be doing them for you? I mean, what do you pay them for? Yes, super, super duper informed and intelligent, these people. What these people don't seem to understand, because again, they're just kids. They don't understand how real life works, is that when you have a tax attorney / certified public accountant, they charge you by the hour. So if I were to walk into my attorney's office and I said, well, it's time for, 2017 federal taxes. Here's a stack of papers, including all my statements of all my credit cards, all my purchase histories on Xbox Live, PlayStation, everything involved with the business purchases from last year. Here's all my income documents. Here's a 400-page here. And I just drop a binder of like 5,000 sheets on his desk and I say, have a nice day, and I walk out. My taxes will get done. Oh, no, undoubtedly. My taxes would get done and I would have minimal work that I'd have to put into it. However, I would probably receive a bill, no exaggeration, for about $2,000 to $3,000 because they charge hourly and they ain't cheap. Okay. So, when you actually own your own business, okay. When you own your own business and you understand these things, what you realize is you have to basically make it as simple as possible, as consolidated as possible, so that your tax attorney / CPA could just take the, data that's sorted nicely and do your taxes with minimal amount of busy work, but instead focusing on things like getting you every possible tax write-off and having you pay the least amount of taxes possible, okay? So what I had to do yesterday, no lie, okay? No lie, in regards to the fact that I had to get all this stuff done yesterday. I spent 7.5 hours approximately of my day. Oh my God. Going through statement after purchase history after purchase history. Going through all my PayPal statements, going through my bank account, going through this and that. And, I have this really well-sorted Excel file that I use to, get everything sorted. And I have tabs for here's my income information, here's my business information in regards to the expenses, here's my monthly bills that can be attributed to the business. There's also other factors too, like for example, when you own a home, the interest that you pay on that mortgage is a tax write-off. There's a lot of stuff, okay? There's a lot of stuff going on. And all that being said, it was a very, very stressful, busy day for me, but I hunkered down, I focused on it, I took the time all day to work on it, and I finished up everything I could possibly do. And finally, at the end of the day, I was like, oh, thank God. The one time a year you have to do this. And honestly, I was worried because, to be completely real with all you guys, if I had done it the way I planned on doing it, which was going to be like Monday night, I was going to try to do it for a couple hours, and then Tuesday night, I was going to try to do it for a couple hours. I don't think I would have finished it. I probably wouldn't have even gotten close to finishing. So it's actually a good thing that I took all of yesterday to just sit down and get this friggin' done. Because now it's out of the way. Now I can focus on streaming and having fun with you guys and not having to say, well, I got to take entire sessions away from being here, interacting with you guys because I have to do these friggin' taxes and they're taking forever, okay? So yes, finally, at least from the perspective of, me getting them all filed and everything, the information is done. Now it's in the hands of my tax attorney to take that information and do his magic and find out, what the real deal is. Okay? But anyway, that's what I was doing all day yesterday. Now, many of you were disappointed because there was supposed to be live stream, at least one live stream yesterday, in the form of Star Wars Battlefront 2. It did not happen. All right? And I apologize for that. If it could have happened, I would have done it. It was out of my control. All right? And the bottom line is, folks, there's many, many ways that you can approach things in life. You can be someone who is a defeatist, who, when something negative happens, you just give up, you throw in the towel, you're done, forget it, I'm out of here, goodbye. You could be someone who gets angry. Oh, I'm so angry that this negative thing happened to me, and I'm going to stomp my feet and scream and yell and swear and rip things off the walls and punch through doors, and I'm going to use this anger to motivate me to do great things. And I'll be honest, folks, that's kind of how I've been. Well, that's how I was. Let's put it that way. In particular, when it comes to my legacy, 10 years of being a content creator for the internet, right? 10 years. I've been putting out gameplay videos for you guys, all right? And it's been a great experience, but a lot of the times when negative things happen to me, I get really angry. I just get so upset and fuming, and my head turns red, and I use that to motivate myself to make videos and to do other content and, to basically kind of reapply myself, all right? But what I find, ladies and gentlemen, is that, over the years, things have changed. Certainly myself, I am changing, I think, for the better. I would like to say I think for the better. All right, I do. I think I'm growing. I think I'm maturing in a lot of ways. Although, when you watch a stream and I'm raging at a game, that may not come across as exactly, the case. All right. But all that being said, I really do think that I'm beginning to mature. And, for the better. So, yesterday, I could have, in the wake of not being able to stream, I could have gotten furious and lashed out at the world, and I could have burned bridges and power bombed people and blah, 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 right? But I didn't. In fact, I kind of just approached it from a different perspective. I was like, all right, so you hit a roadblock in life, right? What are you going to do? You're going to get all angry and shit over it for what? It's not the end of the world, right? You learn from it. You come back from it. Stronger, better, smarter in particular. In fact, I said this on social media last night, and I'll say it again. This whole situation actually is a good thing. Because now, ladies and gentlemen, I actually have a direct point of contact at Twitch. So when I have issues, when I have questions, when I'm planning to do different things that maybe are outside of the norm of me just doing a standard gameplay stream, I have someone to talk to, someone to answer my questions, someone to talk about concerns. That's really good because I hate to say it, you know, YouTube, which I've been on for 10 years, still has nothing like that. They pretend like they do. YouTube has this email address now that they've had for about 2 years. They call it creator support. All right. Creator support. It's hilarious. You talk to them about something. They immediately dance around your issue and won't answer you directly. They like literally try to avoid the issue that you're asking about. Then they'll start giving you form letter responses, and you literally have to start threatening them. Like saying, you know, if you don't do something, I might take legal action because this is ridiculous. Then all of a sudden, they'll actually try to get you answers. But out of all the times that I've ever contacted creator support, probably a dozen, only once did they actually help me. Usually it's a complete waste of time. And they claim that's your direct point of contact for YouTube channels who have 100,000 subs and this amount of views. This is your direct contact. It's really useful. It's completely worthless. It really is. But now with Twitch, I actually have a direct point of contact who, by the way, I don't know if he's listening today, but he's been really good. Like, he's been very helpful. He's addressed my concerns. He's clarified a bunch of stuff for me, which, you know, for me, I didn't understand or thought it was kind of a gray area, and now I'm kind of understanding the situation. And he's a good guy, and it's been actually a very positive experience. Like I said, to come out of something negative with something positive is kind of the goal, you know, for these things, to learn and to grow and to get better, right? And to have a better outlook the next day. Not to, again, to come back angry and stomping your feet and I don't think that's very productive anymore. You know, there was a time in my life when I was like that, over the years with YouTube in particular, when I had no one. That's the other thing. I had no one to talk to on YouTube to even figure out what was going on. What did I do wrong, right? What's happening? Now I have that with Twitch. Twitch is so the polar friggin' opposite experience of what I've had with YouTube. Seriously, it is. And I like that. I do like that. Okay. So honestly, I'm pleased. We're coming back today. Positive, happy, you know, excited to do a full day of streaming with you guys. We're gonna have 2 gameplay streams, which I'm going to talk about in just a moment. I'm, you know, very excited to come with all the stuff I'm going to be doing this week. You know, nothing's changed. We're just still on the same, you know, kind of schedule we were on. Everything's, you know, hunky dory. Nothing's, you know, no problems there. And I'm pretty pumped. I'm pumped to come back. All right, I'm feeling, you know, again, a positive attitude. I'm not going to sit here and be angry or upset or disappointed. But I just find it hilarious, again, the amount of insane stupidity and slander and stuff all over the internet about me. People completely speculating about this and that. What happened? Why didn't Phil stream? Where's his channel? Right? The insane amount of nonsense. So, I don't know. It's pretty stupid. It's pretty stupid. And I don't understand why people do this. But again, I'm not one of these kind of people. So, I don't, you know, some of the most hilarious things I heard, that I'm permanently banned from Twitch, that I'm a repeat offender, and this is my 3rd suspension, I'm gone, you know, it's over, I can't come back. I was like, huh? When have this ever happened before? Like, what are you talking about? People just, like, make stuff up completely out of thin air. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people, you know, they're all speculating what happened, what's the reason why this happened, why I couldn't stream for a day. Well, obviously, folks, it's because of the new sexual content ruling on Twitch. If you're not aware, you know, your wardrobe has to be very appropriate for streams, okay? And if you guys aren't aware, it's been deemed that my face is sexually inappropriate. So from now on, I'll be wearing a mask during all streams. That's obviously what's happened here, folks. My face is very sexually arousing, and to the point where people are having issues watching my streams, and, you know, they can't have the whole Twitch site rated, you know, rated X. So I've got to wear a mask from now on. All right. No, that wasn't it. Hold on, let's see what happened. No. I went onto another streamer's stream with a real life bazooka, and I put it in their face, and I threatened them with a bazooka live on stream. So now I've been banned from participating in my stream or anyone's streams permanently from now on. I mean, as stupid as that sounds, literally an idiot actually said this about me 2 weeks ago in regards to, well, actually it was about a week ago, in regards to Street Fighter tournaments. Some guy actually said that on stream, and people believed him. They said that I brought a knife to Street Fighter tournaments and was threatening people, and I'm permanently banned from all tournaments. Like, you see what I mean? This is the kind of stupid shit that you hear on a regular basis that's just stupid. It's just so dumb. It's like, what the fuck? You know? The bottom line, folks, is this. All right? You don't need to know what happened. It doesn't affect anything. For me to actually tell you what actually happened behind the scenes, it would benefit no one. It wouldn't help me. It wouldn't help you. All it would do is give fuel to idiots who don't need any more fuel. Trust me, they'll just make shit up anyway. They already have, right? So there's no reason to talk about it further. It's that simple. There's literally not a single reason to bring it up or talk about it further at all, okay? And already I see there's already people, cheering with requests of information and all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous stuff. And, it's to the point where I'm not going to address it. I'm not. There's no point in it, right? There's literally no point to bring it up or say anything about it. People will say whatever they want anyway, right? And it's that simple. All you need to know is I'm back. All you need to know is I'm not at any risk. Everything's good to go. In fact, I'll even put it this way. I'll give you a little bit of perspective, all right? So yesterday, excuse me, burping here because I'm starting to drink my energy drink. Whew. When I was talking with my new point of contact at Twitch, I even said, should I be worried? Is this something, that's, super serious or whatever? Because, Twitch is huge to me. Twitch is the reason why I'm still doing this for a living. It's my main source of income. It's my livelihood, right? It is very much, Twitch is what I do on a daily basis. Like I said, all the YouTube stuff over the past year has very much become the secondary content, the more, supplementary stuff, just archiving my Twitch streams and posting them over on YouTube. For me, my focus is doing daily fun, live, interactive gameplay streams with you guys. That's what I want to do. That's what's been successful. Why wouldn't I want to focus on that, right? And basically, he came back to me and said, listen, don't overthink things. You're worrying too much and you're overthinking things. You really are. This is not a big deal. And as long as you just, abide by what we've talked about, we're good to go. You don't have to worry about anything, man. And I even went back to him again. I said, well, I just want to apologize in advance because you realize there's now going to be like probably dozens, if not hundreds of false reports that you're going to be getting over the course of the next week or two because people are so toxic about me on the internet. They're going to be trying at every moment to be saying that I violated the rules to try to get me banned again. And you can expect this insane influx of false reports. And he goes, yeah, I know. He says, all you got to do is worry about yourself and make sure that you're, everything you're doing is kosher per the rules like you 99.9% of the time have been. And, just be safe for yourself and that, don't worry about the incredible amounts of reports from idiots. And by the way, he literally said that. He said, I believe idiots. So he agrees with me. He agrees with me that these people are idiots. And they just do what they do, to be friggin', trolls and morons. And, when you have the business that you're working with agreeing with you on that, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I really do. I feel like Twitch has my back. And that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. Kind of like the polar opposite than with YouTube. Again, YouTube, you might as well talk to a rock. Because the rock that you picked up off the ground usually will have more understanding about the situation than actually trying to get anything out of YouTube. So yeah. Very positive. Very excited for the continuation of my gameplay streams, starting today. And, I'm pretty pumped. I am. I'm pretty pumped and I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too. All right. So, let's go ahead and let's talk about what you guys can expect coming up. All right. Here we go. Oh my God. So I told you, we got trolls in this stream chat saying some of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. Get this guy out of here. So many trolls, so little time. I believe we do have a couple mods. If you guys could help me out here. If you just take a look at some of the people who are cheering right now. They're saying, obviously insulting or stupid things. So if you guys could take care of it so I don't have to stop the pre-stream to take care of it myself, I would appreciate it. Okay? All right. So all that being said, all right, let's talk let's talk about our schedule. Let's talk about what you guys can expect in the next few days. You know, back to business as usual here after a day. And quite frankly, it's kind of funny because all the timing of this happening was perfect because I got my taxes done, you know. Like I said, if I hadn't had the whole day yesterday to sit down and work on it, I probably wouldn't have finished them. Or, you know, I might have rushed through them and missed stuff. And that's kind of the worst thing about having your own business and doing your own taxes like that is if you miss stuff, you're only screwing yourself. All right? So, that's why I'm happy that I had the opportunity yesterday to sit down and focus on it. All right. All right. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, folks. Let's see. What's going on? Well, today, double stream day. All right. Fun double stream day. It's going to be a good one. I'm excited. Right now, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas HD. Continuing on, by the way, I'm in the flight missions. I beat flight school. And then I did the first flight mission, which was like a nightmare. It was like incredibly difficult for me. I was failing like crazy. People loved it, of course. People love when I fail. And it was definitely a pain in the butt. Let's put it that way. But that being said, ladies and gents, it'll be fun to come back to it today and see how it goes. All right. Hopefully, everything will go well here, and I'll have no problems. We'll see. All right. Number 2, tonight, Secret of Mana HD. Yes, Secret of Mana will be returning tonight. Another 2-hour or so stream later today. Great game so far. Really enjoying it. Now the game's picked up. Now that everyone has magic and abilities that have been unlocked, it's not just me around whacking enemies with timed attacks anymore. Now it's about, you know, using magic and healing and all kinds of stuff, which is pretty good. So it's been a good game so far. Looking forward to a couple more hours of that tonight. Excuse me. Tomorrow we've got a full day of interactive multiplayer. All right, it's gonna be good. I hope we've been building up to this for a while. It's going to be PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds on my first stream. And it's going to be Call of Duty World War II on my second stream. Why Call of Duty? Well, because I played it this last weekend and I kicked major ass. And so it makes sense to bring it back and see if I can keep this up. You know what I mean? Can I keep up the good amount of skill and gameplay that I somehow got on Saturday? Can I keep it going tomorrow night? Okay. Now, during tomorrow's streams, since it is multiplayer gameplay, we will be bringing back those stream stat leaderboards. You'll have things like top cheer and top tip, and we'll have subs count and everything on screen. Keep in mind, I don't do those for ongoing narrative style playthroughs that are going to go on YouTube as playthroughs that are continuous. Like for example, Grand Theft Auto, Secret of Mana. I don't do them, but when I'm doing just multiplayer gameplay, that's when I bring them in, and it's pretty cool because tracks all that stuff and gives people recognition. So that will be tomorrow. All right, all day tomorrow will be multiplayer gameplay, fun multiplayer gameplay that I hope you guys will enjoy. And we'll come and hang out because tomorrow will definitely be more like a hangout day. And by the way, folks, if you guys aren't aware, tomorrow is the final day of February. So here's the thing. For a day, I couldn't stream. For a day, no one could access the channel. Subs are way down. It was to be expected, folks. What else was going to happen? All right. What else was going to happen when I wasn't here for a day, right? There's not much you can do about it. If I'm not here, you can't resub, right? Well, now I'm back. So for those who, subs dropped, don't get discouraged. It's cool. We still got 2 days left. We got the rest of today, which will be a full double stream day. And then we got tomorrow for people who want to resub and get in on subbing for this month. Keep in mind, if we hit 550 subs, I'll be starting a cooking show with my girlfriend, which is pretty cool. We could still do it very much. All right. It's just going to take a lot of rallying and a lot of support, people coming out here and subbing to the channel to do it. If we don't do it, is it a big deal? Not really. Although, obviously, I would like to maintain what I have. But, we just had so many circumstances this month. So many gifted subs that expired. And now we've got, day that I was away. What can you do? It's not anyone's fault, right? It is what it is. That's life. So, tomorrow will be a big day of hanging out on stream, interacting. Mostly, it won't be narrative-based playthroughs. There'll be a lot more interaction, all multiplayer gameplay. Stream stat leaderboard will be up, and we'll be doing a big drive for the end of the month to try to hit the sub goals and all of that. Sounds good? That will be tomorrow. Thursday, I am off. Thursday is my one day off a week that I am not live streaming, folks. Last week it was Wednesday. This week it's going to be Thursday, okay? Just FYI, so you guys know. But then I'll be back full force on Friday, again with Grand Theft Auto, and with probably more Secret of Mana. And then this Saturday, folks, for those of you who aren't aware, all right, who are not aware, this Saturday, Indies Marathon. Right now, the patrons from last month, well, actually, it's actually the last 2 months, are voting on what indie games they would like to see me play in this Indies Marathon coming up on Saturday. Right now, the front runners are Doki Doki Literature Club, Darkest Dungeon, and I believe VR Chat, but I have not checked it in a couple of days, admittedly, so it might have changed. And I'm also going to be playing that indie hit sensation, Getting Over It, that a lot of people were playing back in like December. I'm finally going to be checking that one out too. Now, it may change, there may be other stuff too, but it's probably going to be a wild day. A lot of stuff, okay? A lot of fun, and I hope that you guys will join me this coming Sunday, all right? Oh, hold on a second. Excuse me, I knew that was coming. Whew. Good Lord. So yeah, yes, ladies and gents. I do appreciate that you guys come out for special events and fun events, and I hope that you will come out this Saturday for the Indies Marathon event. Should be fun, all right? And then what we'll do, once the Indies Marathon is over, I'll kind of settle down a little bit, and I'll take a look at where I am with all my ongoing playthroughs and the like, and we'll say, what are we going to do for the next week? Because that's really what I need to determine. How far into San Andreas will I be at that point? Am I going to be able to maybe, what I really would like to do is start up a new playthrough. Like maybe for the first week or two of March, maybe what I could do is Mass Effect 2, the Renegade Femshep run, right? Which a lot of people have asked me to replay Mass Effect 2 over the years. I only played it once ever when it was new, and it was not direct capture, you know what I mean? It's a great game. In my opinion, it's the best game in all of the Mass Effect series, and it would be pretty sweet to be able to see. It would definitely be pretty sweet to be able to see, how that goes. A 10-year anniversary event. Me redoing one of the games I only played once ever in a very different manner than the first time. I'll be honest, I probably won't remember a lot of it. So I'm pretty excited. Okay? And I hope you guys are excited too. I am, right? So that's one of the ideas I have. Maybe I'll replay Heavy Rain. Maybe I have a bunch of ideas of things I could do with this downtime in March. There's actually 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks of March are pretty dead, but then things pick up big time. You've got Need for Speed. I think it's Burnout. I don't know. It's Need for Speed something. I don't know what it's called. It's the re-release they're doing for modern consoles. That's coming out on the 16th. Then Sea of Thieves on the 20th. Then you've got Ni no Kuni 2 and A Way Out, and then Far Cry 5. So the second half of March is like overload of games, of stuff to cover. It's the first half of March that's going to be kind of slow. So that's why I'm thinking, gee, let's do some fun downtime stuff similar to Grand Theft Auto. Let's mix it up and do some more like 10th anniversary special events and stuff like that, right? So, pretty excited for the future, folks. I am. And I want to say thank you guys for being positive. For those who weren't toxic, for those who weren't overdramatic, and for those who were very supportive over the last 24 hours, thank you guys. I appreciate that. It's not always a situation where you have to scream, the sky is falling, and act like the world is ending. It's not, okay? In fact, like I said, this whole thing has been a very positive thing for me. Incredibly. Having now a direct point of contact who I can, talk to on issues from Twitch is a huge asset. And I'm very pleased with how things have turned out, quite frankly. Like I said, being told, don't worry about the situation, don't overthink it, you're fine. Just keep doing what you're doing. Sounds good to me. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. All right? So, very nice. Okay. So, let's do some quick plugs. And then let's do some shout-outs for those who have been, cheering, subbing, and tipping during the pre-stream here for some pretty supportive people. Of course, a lot of these have been trolls, so I'm going to ignore the troll ones. But there's still some people who deserve some shout-outs, right? All right, so, first of all, folks, real quick, let's try to get through the plugs as quickly as possible. It's the end of the month, all right? There's only a day and a half left in the month of February. If you'd like to get in on February's Patreon drive, meaning if you pledge to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil in the next day and a half, All right, you will get in on the perks and all the stuff for this month. So what does that mean? It means that depending on your pledge levels, you could get some cool stuff like getting text or verbal thank yous in my videos. You could get into getting your questions answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King. You can get a private Q&A video made. There's really awesome perks that you get for your contributions, and your contributions directly help me to keep doing this, full time. So it's very much appreciated. Anything that you guys contribute to my Patreon, but, it's cool because you get things back for it. You earn cool interactions with me. It gives you control over my content. It's really nice, okay? So go check it out over at patreon.com/darksidefil. But warning, if you want to get in for this month, if you want to help me out this month, you have to pledge in the next day and a half because time is running out, okay? Fair enough? All right. Number 2, we've got Teespring, ladies and gents, at teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming, my online merchandise store where you can get really cool DSP and Dark Side Phil branded hoodies, sweatshirts, t-shirts, stickers, mugs, all kinds of fun merch designed all by viewers and fans. Some really cool logos and artwork. Thank you very much to anyone who has, over the last year, bought something from my merchandise shop. I personally can attest to the quality. It's great quality stuff. I have bought many pieces of merch from the shop myself to wear on my own streams. It's great stuff. It's not the low quality stuff. It's like a really good quality t-shirt and stuff like that, okay? Anything you buy from the shop, I get a pretty sizable commission, so it helps me out. And obviously, you get a really cool collectible as well. If you do happen to get anything from the shop, feel free to send me a picture on social media, over on Twitter, at TheyCallMeDSP. All right, because guess what? I would be more than happy to share that with my over 25,000 Twitter followers. Okay? All right, and last but not least, folks, if you are here live on the stream and you're getting hype and you want to get a shout out and you want to have some interaction on the stream, you can either cheer, sub, or tip. And if you do any of those things during the course of my streams, I will give you a verbal shout out. Thank you. Now, of course, as I just mentioned, it's subjective. If you're going to be saying things that are obviously trolling, and trying to be insulting or taking a jab, or if they're derailing to the gameplay or whatever, you're saying stupid stuff or a giant paragraph of 42 questions that obviously I'm not going to derail the stream for an hour to answer. No, I'm not going to give you a shout out. But for the most part, people get it. Cheers, subs, and tips are very much appreciated here, and that's why I will always give you a thank you shout out if it is appropriate. All right, if it is appropriate. Now, if you do a 50-bit cheer or more, if you subscribe to the channel and you hit the share button after you subscribe, or if you tip me $5 or more, you'll actually get an on-screen thank you pop-up. So you get both a visual and a verbal recognition to go hand in hand with your contribution, and it's, again, a way for me to give back is to say, give you a shout out and have that on-screen pop-up. Sound good? There's really not much else to talk about. I'll just say, reminder one more time, we're at the end of the month, only a day and a half left. If you guys want to try to see if we can hit this subs goal, now would be the time to sub to the channel, all right? Now is the time. There's not much time left to do it. So let's see if we can make it happen, all right? Thank you guys very much for your support, and I am very excited to jump right back into gameplay for you here today. After being away for a day, it's refreshing to come back. All right, let us get to the shout-outs, all right? Here we go. So let me scroll all the way down. It's kind of tough now because now I got to go back like several days. I will say this. There were some people who had cheered overnight between my session on Sunday and when I was going to start on Monday. It was Infinite 55 and Mr. Swaggins who both had done some cheers. So thank you both of you guys for your cheers overnight. I do appreciate that. And now on to today's stuff. Silent General did a 100-bit cheer and said, good to have you back. Thank you, Silent General. It's good to be back, that's for sure. I got some guy. I got to read this one just because it's so hilarious. All right, are you ready, guys? Squirmhammer Mills did a 100-bit cheer. Now, that in itself is good. But let you hear his message. If you unblocked me on shit, I might consider subbing to you. What? If you unblocked me on shit, I would consider subbing on shit. How did I block him on shit? What is shit? Is there a website called shit where I blocked him? What on earth are you talking about? Good Lord. I just got blocked on shit. God damn it. I don't know what he's talking about. You tell me, guys. I have no idea. Anyway, I mean, thanks for the cheer. I just wish I had an idea. I mean, he's not blocked on Twitch. If he were blocked on Twitch, he couldn't cheer. So, so what is he talking about? Who knows? Anyway, moving on. Shout out to Silent General, who also gave me a $5 tip. Thank you very much, Silent General. I appreciate that. And then we had a few trolls. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and ignore all these troll cheers. Let's see here. Yeah, get out of here. All right. Shout out to XX36, who subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much, XX36, for that sub. I do appreciate it. Okay. Johnny Source Rex did a 50-bit cheer. He says, can you do my taxes for me too? I don't want to. See, that's the bottom line is, I pretty much have some of the most complicated taxes of anyone. In fact, really, the only more complicated taxes could be is if I had like offshore investments and other, like if I owned like multiple businesses where the finances were juggling, and if I had payroll, that would be the other thing too. If I had payroll, like employees, that's actually a pain in the ass. And I can tell you that in particular from the accounting classes that I took when I was in college. That all that stuff makes it very, very complicated and annoying. But for just someone who's self-employed like me, who owns their own business and trying to keep the finance, it's a pain in the dick. Most people out there, you have much easier taxes to do than I do. So, more than likely, Johnny Soros, probably doing your taxes would take me like 10 minutes. Because I'm so adept at doing my own. You know, like I said, I have these spreadsheets, all these formulas and stuff, and, you know, calculating this, calculating that. And I know, for example, a lot of financial institutions now do what's called a year-end summary, which is great. They summarize everything you've done. You know, if you spent money, if you paid money, you know, what you did, if you had payments coming in, payments going out, they'll give you at a glance a summary of everything that happened. So you can just go through it and find the transactions you're looking for your tax stuff. And that's really good. They didn't used to have that. I can tell you that, you know, that's something new within the past couple of years that started. When I first started doing this for a living back in 2011, that was the worst taxes I ever did in my life because everything was everywhere, you know. Now at least they summarize a little bit. But anyway, no, I have absolutely no desire whatsoever to do anyone else's taxes. Trust me, 7.5 hours of work on my own is more than enough. Okay, then. Shout out to The Kiva, who gave me a $2 tip, but then complained, saying that apparently they were saying stuff in stream chat that got them banned, and they were planning on cheering today, and herpaderpader. Listen, Kiva, I can't micromanage my chat at every single moment. I can't. It's that simple. I'm here to put on an entertaining stream. All right, I am. And the bottom line is I can't micromanage every possible thing, every interaction that happens. I just can't do it. If you got banned from the stream chat, you probably got banned because you were doing stuff that's not kosher. I don't know what else to say. We have stream chat rules, and, you know, if you're in there spamming stuff, insulting stuff, or stupid things, you're probably going to get banned. If you really have an issue, and this is the truth, folks, because a lot of people don't seem to understand this. If you have an issue, and you feel that you were banned unjustly from my stream chat during a stream, you can always send that information to myself, all right, via, you know, email at darksidefil@hotmail.com. You can contact one of the moderators, right? You can have people review the situation. But cheering, or well, I guess you can't cheer if you're banned, tipping me and sending me money during a stream to try to get noticed is not going to work. I'm not going to drop everything that we're doing in order to try to see what happened with a particular person. That's completely 100% derailing, all right? And I'm not going to do it. So, not the place nor the time, folks, okay? Sorry, but that's just the bottom line, you know? Okay, let's see here. Johnny Soros Rex did another 50-bit cheer and said, hello? Alright, let's see here. Sorry, I'm sorting through stuff. Hold on a second, guys. I'm being distracted by many things. Many things. Okay, here we go. Shout out to Eliphisaurus Rex, who did a 25-bit cheer and said, do you think it's ridiculous, like I do, that most colleges charge $50 or more for application fees? Pretty crazy that colleges charge that when they make millions every year. Listen, I'm not going to go on a crazy tangent here. I'm not at all. Going to go on a crazy tangent here about universities and stuff like that. Again, like I sometimes do. That being said, all right, we all know that universities, even ones that claim that they're not, are really out to make a buck. They are. So, excuse me. Jesus, my throat. You know, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised to hear that they have these, you know, money-making ventures. So, it is what it is, all right? Let's not freak out here. Shout out to Mr. Swaggins, who did a cheer and said, dude, I told you how I hated Shadow of Mordor and I spent $20 on it. Well, it's on sale right now. I also just bought Lost Legacy like 3 days ago for $40. Now it's on sale for $20. That's what happens, man. Sadly, this happens all the time. You buy something, immediately the price will dip, and you're like, son of a bitch, right? Some people call it buyer's remorse. I just call it, you know, it's bad timing. What can you do? How were you supposed to know that it was going to go on sale again? Excuse me. It sucks that it happened to you, so apologies, but it is what it is, all right? Mr. Papavera. What's going on, man? Did a 25-bit cheer, and he says, the more false reports that Twitch sees about you that are shown to be false, the more credibility you'll have, and reports will not be taken seriously. Well, that's the bottom line. That's what these people don't realize. When you spam report something on Twitch, all right, you're basically inundating the system with so much bullshit, okay, that's going to be very hard for them to accurately even review all that stuff. And, you know, Twitch knows that the stuff submitted against me on a daily basis is fake. They said it themselves to me today. You're like, don't worry about it, you know. We know that all this stuff that gets submitted against you is false. This was a one-time situation where, you know, something actually did happen and, you know, we needed to address it, and now it's all taken care of. Don't overthink it, right? And I'm like, okay, sounds good to me. So there you go. Eternal Napalm did a 300-bit cheer. Thank you, Eternal Napalm. That made you the cheering leader for today's stream so far. And he says, I don't care what haters and trolls say. I love your content and your gameplay. Good to have you back, DSP. Well, thank you, Eternal Napalm. Pirate of Gold cheered and said, here's a cheer for the haters who keep messaging your real fans. Glad you're up and you're back up and going. Yes, I do, Pirate of Gold. Apologize that for those who do actually, you know, support me, that you guys a lot of the times get spam messaged with garbage, okay? I do obviously apologize for that. It really sucks, okay? And it is unfortunate that you got to put up with that. You know, what I said, and this is my only recommendation I can give you. Obviously, there's nothing I can do about it, but go ahead and block those people so they can't message you again, and definitely message and or flag them on Twitch so that they can get banned for their actions, you know? It is what it is. Trolls are trolls. They're never going to go away. Johnny Source Rex did a 50-bit cheers. Says Silent Hill 2, please. Yes, Silent Hill 2 is definitely consideration, although I would have to rebuy the Silent Hill, sorry, stretching. Okay, I'd have to rebuy the Silent Hill HD collection because I owned it, you know, on disc for PS3 years ago. And that's how I originally played it years and years ago before I had direct capture, right? I'd have to probably try to get it digitally if I could. I guess we'll see if hopefully it would be available digitally, but no, it's definitely a consideration. What I may do is as I'm approaching the very end of San Andreas, like right now I'm in the flying mission, so probably 1 to 2 more sessions minimum before I'm at the end of the game. Plus there's other side stuff to do. Like people are saying I should do the vigilante missions and stuff like that. Yeah, if, you know, even when I'm about to wrap up my San Andreas playthrough, what I may do is a poll. Do you want to see Mass Effect 2? Do you want to see Silent Hill 2? Do you want to see Heavy Rain? You know, like choices between 10th anniversary playthrough events, and see what people vote for and go with the one that wins. And, you know, other ones kind of get pushed till later this year or something. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, but thank you for the suggestion. BMTel, resubscribe for the 3rd month in a row. Thank you for 3 months of continuous support, BMTel. I very much appreciate that. Hill Hydra tipped me $1 and asks, Phil, would you be able to play, or would you be down to play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic? It's now on Xbox One. All the love. And he said he's still waiting for his transplant. Yeah, he's been waiting for a transplant for quite some time now. Yeah, I actually heard that Knights of the Old Republic is now available digitally on Xbox One. And ideally, that may be the way to go, because I heard that playing it on the original Xbox actually is quite buggy and has issues. Like, if you try to play it emulated on Xbox 360 with an Xbox original Xbox disc, that the game has a ton of issues. I tried playing it on PC, and it stopped working. So, maybe this, maybe that would be an opportunity. Would people like to see that? See, there's all these opportunities for, what would people like to see during these downtime weeks when there's no new releases? Another suggestion and another possibility. Shout out to Pirate of Gold who subbed to the channel. Thank you, Pirate of Gold, for the subscription. I appreciate it. Concrete Casket did 100-bit cheers. It's afternoon, everyone. Well, afternoon to you, Concrete. Good to see ya. Lice for Soul did 100-bit cheer. He says, here's for getting all those taxes done early. Hopefully you got everything covered. Hopefully I did. 7.5 hours of going through everything, right? Hopefully I did cover everything, and I didn't miss out on anything. To be quite frank, I'm still nervous. You never know what's going to happen. I don't know how much I'm going to owe come April, and you always just worry, especially for someone like me. If you're self-employed, you don't get refunds. A lot of people who just have 9-to-5 jobs, you get a tax refund, right? Not me. I always owe, no matter what. Come April, I owe. So this year it's just going to be a matter of how much do I owe. The big question mark really is because there's a new tax code in the United States. For those who aren't aware, that they just passed a new tax code for next year's 2018 taxes. So I have to pay my taxes in estimated lumps every quarter. So I don't have any idea what I'm going to owe for this first estimated lump. So that's really where I get nervous. But anyway, yeah, hopefully I did the taxes right. Hazeo X4 did a 25-bit cheer and says, Phil, it might be worth doing the vigilante missions in San Andreas, since double the body armor will come in handy, plus there's a trophy for it. And I'm loving the playthrough. All right, cool. I think, how do you do the vigilante? You got to steal a cop car, right? Or a cop bike? Maybe I'll try to do that today. I got to get the flight stuff done first. I got to do all the flying missions, but maybe after I'm done with that, then maybe I'll look into it. Maybe I'll see, what can I do vigilante? I know there's vigilante, there's the fire department missions. Someone actually told me there's boating school, which I wasn't even aware existed. So maybe I'll try boating school, but I don't know where it is. I'd have to find it. But there's still apparently a ton of side content in San Andreas that I have to explore. So the playthrough is far from over, folks. All right, King of Hypocrisy cheered and said, I think that guy meant that you blocked him on Twitter because you block a lot of people on Twitter. Can you unblock me on Twitter? Did I not just say that cheering or tipping during the stream is not a good time to ask to get unblocked? Like, do you really think right now what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop the stream. Stop everything. Drop everything. And I'm going to go on Twitter to personally unblock you during the stream? No. Like I said, if you got an issue, you can always email me, contact the mod, etc. All right. Sedella cheered and said, I'm glad you're back and everything is okay. Me too, Sedella. Good to be back. Ballsy Fred. I'm trying to learn how to pronounce his freaking name. Cheered and said, these distractors want to see you back at your parents' house. Don't let them win. I'm not going back to my parents' house. No matter what. I still have the condo in Connecticut that's just sitting there. And I don't want to go back there. It would be horrible. If I ever went back there, so many negatives. The bad weather. The bad internet. Right? The very small confined space. Everything would be downgraded in quality. I don't even know how I would sell the stuff in this house, in order to sell this house and move back. It's just a nightmare, all right? It would be basically one of the worst times of my life. So, but I would never be moving back in with my parents. That would not happen. Ellis Telemon cheered and said, funny enough, I've enjoyed this pre-stream. 2018 Phil is great, and I appreciate you. It sounds like you found a good way to be above the 10-year-old suckers. Yeah, it's like I said, back in the day, I would get so angry about every little thing, and I would flail my arms in the air and rubble, and stomp and scream and swear. And where does that get you? It really doesn't get you that far anymore. Instead, just learn. Learn from the experience. And that's kind of what I've learned to do over the years. So, Correa just cheered and said, Phil, what was your degree in college? I'm currently in college. I need some tips on what to do. Any study tips or tips in general for college. Thanks and love your videos. Well, thank you very much, Correa. I appreciate that. And in college, my degree was in finance. All right. But originally, it was in computer science. I am the last person on planet Earth you should ask about college because my college experience was not a positive one. And literally, I've done nothing with my degree. So sorry. I know sometimes people come to me for motivational stories or whatever. That school, college is one of the things you will never get a good story about me unless you want to hear about my hijinks that first semester when I lived there and partying and stuff. But outside of that, I am not going to be a well of knowledge. So I appreciate the cheer, but I'm probably not going to be able to help you with that one. Shout out to Jose Chavez, 527, who did 100-bit cheers to keep up the positivity, Phil. Thank you very much, Jose. Appreciate that. Same Dude 16 did 100-bit cheer. He says, do you think that Marvel's Infinity War will explode the box office after the success of Black Panther? Yes, I do. I fully expect that Infinity War, the very first ever ensemble movie from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where they're taking literally every character from their entire cinematic universe and putting it into one explosive, combative, awesome movie. I expect Infinity War is going to crush box office records. I believe it will at least match, if not beat, Black Panther. And I believe that overall it will end up being the most successful superhero movie in history. I could be completely wrong, but that's the vibe I'm getting from it. Like, I'm super pumped for it. So, and I don't even go to movies. And I'm super pumped for it. So, I think that it's going to be great. King of Hypocrisy cheers. Did you hear how Kevin Smith had a heart attack and almost died? I absolutely did. And it's scary, right? Although, let's be honest here. Kevin Smith is a very heavy-set man. He always has been. If you look at the guy, he's always been incredibly heavy-set. In all of his movies everywhere, right? Not surprising that he was going to have a heart condition. Although surprising that if this guy, because he is rich, he does television shows, movies, it's surprising that if he actually regularly goes to the doctor, that the doctor didn't catch it. Like, you would think that would have been one of the things he would have been able to catch. Funny he didn't. But anyway, Kevin Smith is a talent. I do like a lot of his stuff. Clerks, still one of my favorite movies of all time. So, good to hear that Mr. Smith is okay. Excuse me. Olivisaurus Rex cheered and said, would you consider Naughty Dog the most consistent game developer, meaning that pretty much every game that they release is a great game? I mean, I guess, but then again, the only games that I know from Naughty Dog are Crash Bandicoot and the Uncharted series, right? I maybe they've made other games and I'm not aware of them, but at least those two franchises have been quite good. So in that regard, yes. Pirate of Gold cheered and said, I'm a first-time subscriber, hoping that everyone rallies in the next 24 hours. Come on, let's hit that goal, baby. Yes, we're trying to hit a 550 subs goal here, folks. Your subscriptions obviously are much appreciated. With a day and a half left, it's not that it's impossible, it's just improbable. Let's put it that way. Bagwell Plays did a 100-bit cheer. He says, I really don't understand the drive that people have to make your life miserable. Maybe they're just jealous of how successful you're twitching. Listen, it's as I've said over the years, I'm certainly not going to get into the reasons here on pre-stream. There's many different reasons, all right? Some people just have a bug up their butt about me of some particular thing that I did over the years, and somehow they've used this as a thing to latch on to personally that they hate me for, and they've got to see me brought down for whatever reason. There's some people who just believe bullshit that people make up about me because they're just ignorant. And they don't want to do 5 seconds of research to find out that it's actually false. Or it's, maybe based on a small piece of truth blown completely out of context or completely over-exaggerated. There are some people who literally just talk shit about me to get attention because they can't actually do anything productive or constructive themselves. But they found that whenever they talk junk about me, they get attention for it. So for them, it's not even a purpose of I don't like the guy. It's, well, I get attention for it, so I'm just going to keep doing it, right? That's what I mean. There's various people all over the internet who have various reasons. I'm sure there's people who are jealous. Like I said, people who feel, man, I'm a better gamer than Phil. I'm funnier than Phil. Why is it that Phil's successful and I'm not? This is bullshit, right? There's various reasons. The real question is not the reason why someone would dislike me, because everyone has the right to like or dislike someone. The question is, what motivates someone to go crazy and do just irrationally zany things to try to hurt someone, right? So in that regard, folks, that's kind of the situation. Pretty silly. But anyway, shout out to Dr. Soundwave, who did a 1,000-bit cheer. Thank you, Dr. Soundwave. You are now the cheerleader for today's stream. He says, all hail Megatron. Well, actually, if it was Soundwave, all hail Megatron, right? He has that monotone voice with the freaking, that synthesizer to his voice. There you go. Thank you for the cheer, Soundwave. Appreciate that, man. Alice Telemon cheers said, thank you, Hank Hill. No worries with regard to a misclick perm ban. Oh, okay, well, there you go. Oops. Mr. Papavera cheered and said, I would be hyped for any Silent Hill games. Have you played them all? I would also be hyped for Knights of the Old Republic. I played an emulated version, and it is buggy. It hangs on me right after a save. I played Silent Hill 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I've played 1 or 2 of the spin-off games. The most modern one that was ever made I played. And then there was, I forget the last one I played. It wasn't very good. I've never played, what was the one I didn't play? There's one of them I never played. There's 1 or 2 Silent Hill games I know I have not played. Sadly, one of them is not readily available. They never emulated it on PSN. And it's not like, to buy the game is incredibly expensive. Plus, it's only like on PS2 or something, so I wouldn't even be able to capture it. So it kind of sucks. There's like one Silent Hill game lingering out there that's like incredibly hard to play, and I haven't been able to play it. But I have played the original trilogy plus 4, so I really have played the 4 major installments in the franchise. But yeah, I would definitely, probably re-enjoy playing Silent Hill 2. A lot of people hold it up as the best of the entire series, so. Johnny Source Rex did a 50-bit cheer. He says, I agree you have learned a lot from things, but I do miss your Madden 12 type playthroughs. I think what he means by that is the insanity of the rage that I used to do, in particular with certain sports games and stuff, right? Yeah, I haven't played Madden in a billion years, sports games. It kind of stinks now because now if I did, I would have to turn off all the music and stuff too, but all right, fair enough. Mr. Swaggens cheered, said, yes, bring back Madden. Atlas Telemon did a 45-bit cheer, said, I cannot wait for your CFD's gameplay. Hashtag 10-year anniversary. That will be next month when it releases, folks, and I'll be looking for co-op partners on Xbox One, FYI. Correa did a 25-bit cheers. Is it the longest pre-stream of all time? Can we break the record? Nope, the longest one I had was an hour and a half long, and we're not even close to that yet, so. Concrete Casket did a 100-bit cheer and says, the Mass Effect 2 playthrough will be so good. I remember how funny the Steve Cortez drama was in Mass Effect 3. Mr. Papavera cheers, and I think you played Shattered Memories and The Room. I thought you played Homecoming 2, but maybe not. And Alice Telemon cheered and said, Logan Paul got his monetization rights back today. What the F? Oh, he definitely deserves them. I mean, one of the hardest workers on YouTube. Anyway, sarcasm. License for Soul did a 400-bit cheers. A quick question. Do you enjoy Fallout 3 or Skyrim more? Well, here's what I would say. Fallout 3, for when it was released, was an amazing game. Plus, I had never really played an open-world exploration RPG like that before. So for me, that was like the first game of that genre style that I had ever played. So Fallout 3 is always going to have this kind of really epic feeling for me. You know what I mean? Now, today you play it and you're like, man, this is kind of outdated. Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 4 are kind of superior in gameplay. Although, I'll be honest, the plot and some of the side quests of Fallout 3 are still quite good. I would say for a long-form playthrough, and the sheer amount of content that it contained, Skyrim was a more enjoyable playthrough for me. But, you got to also remember, Fallout 3 was 2008, right? Or was it 2009? I think it was 2008. Or early 2009. While Skyrim was several years later. So you're talking a game that came out many years later and was more refined, better graphics. I played it on PC, by the way, even though it was buggy. Anyone remember the purple putty Barney-like dragons, because the game was all glitched out at launch? That was pretty funny. But anyway, that all being said, I would probably say I did enjoy Skyrim, the playthrough, more, although Fallout 3 is still an amazing game that I love and it holds a special place in my heart. Bear Templar did a 100-bit cheer and did a troll cheer that he thought I would not detect is a troll cheer, but it is. So thank you for the 100 bits, and I eat them now because they're delicious. Nom nom nom. And Atlas Telemon did a 45-bit cheer and said, have a great stream today, Phil. The silent majority has your back. All right, ladies and gents, thank you so much for your support already here on the pre-stream. I appreciate it. We're going to get started shortly here with Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. But again, thanks for being so positive for my return here today. And I'm looking forward to double streams. Today's gonna be great. Tomorrow's gonna be great. We got a bright future ahead of us, folks. All right, thank you. Let's do it.